Alright guys, now we're going to look at East Keep, which is also called Hills. There's two entrances via gate, and then there's a few wall entrances that are over here for the outer, that is. This tower gets about 26 supply per minute from the northeast camp, southeast camp, and south-south camp combined. Actually, I forgot in the West Keep one that it also gets supply from south-south camp, but south-south camp usually doesn't make it, the yak that is. And the worker takes 55 seconds for each iteration, that is if you're not given it swiftness, etc., which is actually extremely long. It's very close to what garrison is, but those two keeps take their workers are twice as slow about as some of the other keeps. But now we're going to look at North Gate, and it's nice and lengthy for the up top, which is good for defending because you can place arrow carts as far back as you desire, and they're just very tough to AoE. Of course, an Omega would take them out easy, but an Elementalist with Meteor Shower for an arrow cart back here it's very tough. We're going to go look at the wall now. There's no one goes in through this wall. Don't go in through that wall. We're going to go this way, and we're going to keep continuing. It's not very common that there's siege up top this wall. So there's an inner wall there, and then there's one inner gate there. So if you're catapulting this wall, you can use those catapults still on that wall over there. I would recommend that you build more catapults up there right next to it, so you only have to tap your skill 2. Or if you're wanting to hit the gate, once you get in, you'll be catapulting this wall and then dropping rams or whatever at that gate, and you can use your catapults on the gate just so they don't go to waste. We're going to move to South Gate, which also is a great gate for defending. Of course, this keep is a lot easier to defend than Bay, and you're going to see why shortly. I mean, you've already seen North Gate looked quite good. You can build a trebuchet here, and you can treb Southeast Tower if you want. You can also build an arrow cart up here. It'll just reach in front of the gate. You can even build ballista too. And you can even build arrow carts here. These are very tough to AoE. Of course, you only build a counter arrow cart to take these out, and it's only if they aren't already on these arrow carts taking out your counter arrow cart. And then, yeah, this is just a terrific siege placement. People will also build arrow carts over there and AoE all down there. So this is really a tough gate because of how high you can get up before it. It's not too uncommon that there's a gate treb at the stairs. There's one right there. Then we're going to move to this inner gate here. And one thing I want to point out about North Gate is this cannon, which we'll take a look at as we go up top here. There's two cannons, of course, here, and this cannon is the more significant one because when they're attacking North Gate, you can use the cannon and fire at your own gate, and you'll take down the rams pretty quick, just like that. So that's actually a big game changer. A lot of people know about that, and they'll actually do that against you. The mortars in this keep are just not as useful as in most keeps. This mortar, I just haven't been able to get it to hit on North Gate very well because it goes too far. So the mortars, pretty much all the mortars in this keep are just not all that useful. Now if they're setting up siege at North Gate, then this mortar and this mortar become a little bit more useful. If you rotate them, you'll start to take out their siege. But looking at this gate here, this wall is not as long as North Gate wall, so that's a little bit of a drawback, but you do get the staircase in a nice location that it goes up top here, because now you can build an arrow cart in the back part of this and hit down there, and it's a lot tougher to AoE at the back part of the staircase. Another great arrow cart spot for this would be right here. Same thing, you're gonna just hit over there in front of the gate with the arrow cart, and it'll also be tough to AoE. A lot of people will like to build gate trebs here, and this one's in particular is placed back here. If you want to know why that is, well, if you place a gate treb here to treb your own gate, it looks like it makes a lot of sense because now you only have to tap skill 2, you don't have to charge it up. But they can actually go around, like they can walk around like this, or they can walk around like this and then just look straight up, and from down there they can AoE your trebuchet on here. So that's why this trebuchet in particular got placed all the way back there. Now if you take not the main inner gate, but you work your way around and you go all the way to here, you can end up at this gate, and here's what it looks like on their screen as they're going all the way over here. Then you take those stairs down and just whoop all the way around here, and the walls are kind of high because you come up from a down sloped area, which is great for the defender. We'll always like to see that angle. And here's just a great staircase giving you a good arrow cart spot right here. You can also, you can build an arrow cart here as well. We'll continue to go this way, and you can absolutely build an arrow cart here. Of course, this structure will kind of mess up your camera a little bit. You might have to do Control-Shift-H on your arrow cart as you man it to get the interface, unless your interface is different. Or if that's an issue, you can build an arrow cart here, which will be easier to AoE than if you were to build it here. There's a mortar here. Honestly, this mortar is just not that useful. Not in that location. Cannon, there's nothing to it. You can take it out pretty quick. And that's how that one works for northwest, I guess really northeast inner. As far as which one that you pick, you typically just go to this one first and you just look at what the siege looks like. If there's a lot of siege there, then you just reroute to the northeast inner. And that's hills.